There comes a moment in every human life, a strange, sudden realization, when we understand that we are not the center of the universe. That maybe, just maybe, we are merely pawns in a game played by forces much greater than we can imagine. Forces not just from Earth, but beyond it. But what if this knowledge had been discovered long ago? What if the most powerful institutions on the planet, the Vatican and NASA, had already confirmed the existence of life beyond Earth? And worse still, what if they've spent decades hiding it from you? Ask yourself, why hasn't humanity returned to the moon in over half a century? Why does the Vatican, a religious institution, own some of the most powerful observatories on Earth? Why are their secret archives under Rome guarded tighter than military bases? Tonight, we will uncover what they don't want you to know. In 1600, flames engulfed a man named Giordano Bruno in the Campo dei Fiori in Rome. His crime? He dared to claim the universe was infinite, filled with other worlds and possibly other beings. Bruno was a philosopher, a mathematician, a visionary. He believed that stars were distant suns surrounded by their own planets, and that some of those planets could harbor life. The church called him a heretic. But was it really because of his theology, or because he got too close to the truth? What's rarely discussed is how Bruno's writings mysteriously aligned with some ancient Gnostic texts buried in the Vatican Library. Texts that spoke of celestial beings, not angels, not demons, but entities that lived between worlds. Bruno's death wasn't just a silencing, it was a warning. The Vatican has always feared knowledge that comes from the stars. In the Arizona desert, atop Mount Graham, stands a massive high-powered telescope. It's run by the Vatican, and it has a strange name, LUCIFER, the Large Binocular Telescope Near-Infrared Utility, with camera and integral field unit for extragalactic research. Why would the Vatican, of all institutions, be scanning deep space with advanced infrared technology? What exactly are they looking for? Sources close to the observatory claim that this telescope has tracked unexplained anomalies in the sky for years, objects that defy known physics. Some insiders whisper of fast-moving, interstellar visitors, far more advanced than anything humanity has developed. Yet these reports never make headlines. Why? Because the Vatican knows that if the public realized what's out there, religion as we know it could collapse. Below Vatican City lies one of the most mysterious places on Earth, the Vatican's secret archives. A vault stretching over 50 miles of shelves, documents no outsider is allowed to freely access. Some are over 1,000 years old. Among these papers are said to be scrolls from early Christian sects, banned gospels, and alien contact records dating back centuries. Whispers from ex-Jesuits tell of a letter received in the 15th century by Pope Innocent Fade, describing a metallic chariot that descended from the skies over Ethiopia. Monks recorded this vision in Latin, complete with illustrations of beings not born of earth. The document vanished shortly after, and has never been seen again. Why keep these things hidden unless they threaten the very core of what we've been taught? NASA has always been seen as a symbol of scientific progress and exploration. But in 1977, something happened that sent shockwaves through the agency. Something they've desperately tried to bury ever since. The Voyager spacecraft, equipped with the Golden Record, a message to alien civilizations, was launched into space. Months later, SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, recorded a strange transmission now known as the WOW signal. What the public never heard was that shortly after this signal, NASA's deep space communications centers were hit by unexplained interference. Some engineers believe it wasn't just noise, but a reply, a message. Declassified documents hint at internal chaos, memos referencing unauthorized intelligence, direct contact events, and sudden protocol changes. Then, complete silence. Did someone or something answer us? On July 13th, 1917, 3 children in Fatima, Portugal, claimed to witness a vision of the Virgin Mary. But what they described doesn't sound like a religious apparition. They spoke of a lady clothed in light who descended from a glowing orb. They said the sun spun in the sky, zigzagged, and emitted radiant colors. Tens of thousands witnessed it. The third secret of Fatima, kept hidden by the Vatican for decades, was rumored to include a prophecy of global destruction brought by creatures not of this world. When the Vatican finally released the secret in 2000, many claimed it was altered or incomplete. High-ranking officials who read the original message have since hinted, it's not just about faith, it's about survival. Did those children see a holy being or an extraterrestrial messenger? In the 1980s, NASA launched multiple deep space probes, but one mission stands out: STS-48. During this mission, cameras aboard the space shuttle captured footage of strange, fast-moving lights changing direction at impossible speeds. NASA brushed it off as ice particles, but analysis by physicists showed the trajectories were too precise, too intelligent. What's more disturbing, leaked transcripts reveal that astronauts on later missions reported being watched from outside their crafts. Some even described lights following them beyond the moon. At the same time, Vatican scientists increased their space research collaborations with NASA, quietly and without media attention. Why the sudden interest from a religious authority? Some say the two institutions struck a pact, shared knowledge in exchange for global stability. One controls the mind, the other, the sky. Perhaps the most terrifying theory comes not from what they've seen, but from what they're preparing for. Why does the Vatican host secret conferences on astrotheology? Why did the former head of the Vatican Observatory, Father José Gabriel Funes, say publicly, "The existence of extraterrestrials does not contradict our faith"? Because they know. They've always known. Rumors swirl of a classified Vatican NASA document known only as Project Seraphim. It outlines protocols in case of first contact, not with aliens, but with returning entities. Beings that humanity once called gods. Beings that the ancients feared. Beings that were exiled, but are now coming back. And the scariest part? It's already begun. The rise in UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, sightings, the acceleration of secret space programs, the strange obsession with Mars, the genetic experiments in secret labs, the rewriting of ancient texts. The Vatican and NASA are not preparing for discovery. They're preparing for disclosure. If everything you've been told is a lie, then the truth is stranger and darker than you could ever imagine. Open your eyes. Look up. Question everything, because the silence of the stars is about to be broken.